If you've ever felt dwarfed by the immensity of the natural world, gazing up at a towering redwood or the vast expanse of the Grand Canyon, you're about to experience something even more profound. Welcome to Bugged Out. Have you ever stopped to count the insects around you? In your daily life, it's easy to overlook these tiny titans who share our planet. They might seem insignificant, just a momentary buzz or flutter in our vast human-centric world. Yet the truth is far from simple. The insect world is a realm of complexity, power, and sheer numbers that often goes unnoticed. As we peel back the layers of this intricate world, you'll discover that insects aren't just numerous. They're fundamental to our existence. From the air we breathe to the food we eat, their impact is undeniable. This journey into the heart of the insect kingdom will make you question everything you thought you knew about these misunderstood creatures. You'll witness their adaptability, resilience, and sheer tenacity in the face of challenges. By the end of this journey, you'll see that insects aren't just a nuisance or a curiosity. They're an essential part of our world, silently shaping our existence in ways we've only begun to understand. What if the balance of power suddenly shifted? What if instead of being the dominant species, humans became a small footnote in the grand narrative of the insect world? Imagine waking up in a world where the rules have changed, where the chirp of a cricket or the buzz of a bee isn't just a summer sound, but the soundtrack of an empire. You step outside and immediately notice something's off. The air vibrates with a constant hum, not of machinery or traffic, but of wings. The sky is a living tapestry of countless insects, each a cog in a machine that now runs the world. You try to orient yourself, but everything seems alien. The streets, once bustling with human life, are now highways for marching ants or sprawling hives of bees. Buildings are either reclaimed by vegetation or adorned with intricate spider webs, turning the urban jungle into a literal one. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? To realize that while we've marveled at the stars, we've overlooked the kingdoms thriving right under our noses. Now the sun blazes through a kaleidoscope of butterflies, their wings painting the sky in hues we didn't know nature could blend. The wind whispers secrets through the grass, carrying the scent of 1,000 blooming flowers, each a potential landing spot for a honeybee. Every leaf rustles with the promise of hidden wonders. The ladybug crawling on it may be just one piece of a vast network of insects that have reshaped our world. The earth beneath your feet is a stage where dramas unfold that you're only now witnessing. And as you observe this new reality, you begin to understand. The quiet hum of life, the rustling of leaves, the gentle buzz of bees, they're not just sounds. They're the language of a world that's been here all along. And now you're listening. If you've ever watched a colony of ants at work, you've seen a microcosm of this takeover. These tiny creatures, often overlooked, possess a collective strength and organization that's nothing short of awe-inspiring. Picture a world where the industriousness of ants, the efficiency of bees, the sheer tenacity of cockroaches has reached its zenith. It's a chilling yet fascinating prospect. The transformation is everywhere. Fields once used for farming are now devoured by weeds and teeming with insects. Storage facilities and supermarkets are overrun with beetles and roaches feasting on our stored grains. Gardens, once manicured and controlled, have become wild havens for caterpillars and beetles. The delicate balance of our ecosystem has tipped, and we're seeing the consequences firsthand. But let's delve deeper into this insect-dominated world. Let's imagine a day in the life of our protagonist. He steps outside his home and finds it engulfed by the works of the most organized society in the world, the ant colony. Their intricate network of tunnels and chambers has claimed not just the backyard, but the house itself. The once clear boundaries between human and nature have blurred. Inside, the walls are covered with webs spun by orb-weaving spiders. Their geometric patterns are a stark contrast to the chaos of the ant colony below. Sunlight streams through windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. But they're not alone. A fly, trapped in its final moments, struggles against the silken threads. As our protagonist moves further into this insect-dominated world, he realizes he's just an observer. This world, once ours, now belongs to insects. The towering skyscrapers that were once symbols of our dominance are now covered in the webs of giant spiders, transformed into colossal webs. The intricate tracery of spider silk reaches towards the sky, transforming cityscapes into surreal landscapes. The very air buzzes with the energy of millions of wings, a symphony of insect life that drowns out the silence of man's absence. The concrete jungle has become a literal jungle. Vines and weeds have reclaimed the streets, forming a thick canopy overhead. This dense foliage provides the perfect habitat for insects, a lush playground for the six-legged inhabitants of our transformed world. The chirping of crickets and the buzz of bees fill the air, replacing the distant rumble of traffic with the soundtrack of nature's orchestra. The transformation is complete. The city, once a monument to human ambition, is now a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the insect world. Skyscrapers are draped in vines, their glass windows serving as mirrors to reflect the flourishing nature that surrounds them. To truly appreciate the extent of this takeover, let's take a moment to consider the sheer numbers involved. There are approximately 6,000 known species of insects, and their numbers are staggering. Globally, there are roughly 10 quadrillion individual insects, outnumbering humans by over 1,000 to 1. If you were to lay all the insects end to end, they would stretch over 125 billion miles, enough to circle the Earth more than 50 times. But why do insects hold such a dominant position? The answer lies in their adaptability, diversity, and sheer reproductive success. Insects have been on Earth for over 300 million years, adapting to changing environments and exploiting various ecological niches. This longevity and flexibility have allowed them to thrive in almost every corner of the planet. Now, picture a scenario where insects have fully harnessed their potential. Meadows teem with hundreds of species of butterflies, each a vibrant splash of color against the green backdrop. Dragonflies, like tiny helicopters, zip through the air, hunting their prey. Ants, working in unison, construct monumental mounds that dot the landscape. Spiders spin webs so intricate they rival the finest lace. Beetles, with their armored shells, roam the woodlands, each a miniature tank in its own right. To put this takeover in perspective, let's revisit the humble ant. These tiny creatures live in highly organized colonies that can number in the millions. They communicate through pheromones, leaving scent trails that guide their nestmates. Ants are superorganisms, acting collectively in ways that are greater than the sum of their individual parts. Imagine an ant colony that's taken over an entire city. Their marching columns would stretch for blocks, their tunnels burrowing deep into the foundations of buildings. The intricate pathways of their underground colonies would form a labyrinth beneath our feet, a silent testament to their unseen power. The takeover isn't just about quantity, it's also about quality. Take the honeybee, for instance. Its ability to collect pollen and transfer it from flower to flower has made it a vital part of our ecosystem. Without bees, many of our crops would fail to produce, impacting the food supply chain. Now imagine a world where these same bees, with their efficient hives and waxen homes, have fully embraced their role as architects of nature. Their hives wouldn't just be scattered in remote fields. They would adorn the rooftops of buildings, transforming cityscapes into honeycombed landscapes. The air would hum with the industry of thousands of bees, a constant reminder of their central role in this new insect-dominated world. It's a testament to the adaptability and sheer tenacity of insects that they've not only survived but thrived in every corner of the planet. And it's this very resilience that's enabled them to flourish in the face of adversity. Picture a world where the roles are reversed, where the tiny insects that we swat away become the hunters and we, the humans, become the prey. It's a terrifying thought, but one that forces us to reconsider our place in the natural order. A world dominated by insects is a world turned upside down. The familiar sights and sounds are twisted into something both alien and unsettling. Birdsong becomes a haunting lullaby as nocturnal predators take flight. The chirp of a cricket turns into a menacing call. Even the gentle flutter of a moth's wings takes on a sinister edge. Let's explore this unnerving reality. The forest floor becomes a battleground where the mighty oak trees are no match for the relentless assault of termites. These tiny engineers, armed with their powerful jaws and unwavering determination, gnaw at the roots and trunks of the forest giants. Over time, the mighty oaks crumble, toppling over to reveal the termite colonies thriving within their hollowed-out cores. The forest, once a sanctuary for humans, is now a treacherous maze where danger lurks around every leaf and insect. If insects dominated the world, our lives would change drastically. The very concept of a balanced ecosystem would be turned on its head. We'd need to rethink our relationship with the natural world, acknowledging the power and intelligence of insects. It's a sobering thought that challenges our anthropocentric worldview. Surviving in an insect-dominated world would require a deep understanding of insect behavior and an ability to adapt to their rhythms. It would mean learning to predict the movements of foraging ants, the nesting habits of wasps, or the flight patterns of nocturnal dragonflies. Knowledge of insect communication, their pheromones and alarm signals would become as important as knowing the constellations. We'd have to navigate this new world with caution and respect for its inhabitants. Ultimately, an insect-dominated world is a world vastly different from our own. It's a world where the delicate balance of nature is tipped, where the familiar is made strange, and where the powerful reign is no longer ours. It's a world that forces us to confront our place in the universe and to recognize that we are not the sole arbiters of nature, but rather one species among many, all intricately connected in the grand tapestry of life. So the next time you hear the buzz of a bee or the chirp of a cricket, remember that you're listening to the echoes of a world where insects not just survive, but thrive, where they're not just insignificant creatures, but the very fabric of existence.